All right. When going out there to hire an accountant, it's always asked, I get this question all the time, what accountants do I need? What kind of an accountant do I need, and why do I need them? What benefit am I actually going to get out of hiring these various types of accountants? And what I'll tell you is that accountants generally break down into 4 categories. And I'm going to outline those 4 categories for you here. The first type of an accountant is the accountant that most of us probably think about when we think about an accountant or a CPA, which is a certified public accountant, and that is a tax accountant. This is somebody who you go to who is an expert in the tax law. There are over 19,000 pages of tax law that they have to go through. They've got to memorize those things, study them all the time, and what they should be providing to you as a benefit is a reduction, a legal reduction in your taxes. Pretty simple. As a business owner, you ought to be speaking with your CPA, your tax accountant, at least quarterly and show them how you're doing so that they can proactively prepare a way for you to minimize tax for you and your business. Incredibly important. The next type of an accountant that we think about when we think about accountants sometimes is we think about auditors. What are auditors? What do they do? Well, what auditors do is they come in and they're generally required by some outside third party like a bank or a bonding company or a vendor or somebody like that to come in and actually look at your books and verify that most of the things that you're doing are correct. There are different levels of audits, but auditors come in and actually do that. They're actually prohibited to give you any kind of advice. Ethically, they are not allowed to tell you what to do from a business standpoint. These tax folks are going to tell you how to reduce taxes. An auditor can't tell you either how to improve profits or reduce taxes or anything else. They're just there to verify for some outside third party that what you said is in fact what's inside of there. Technically, these two right here are called public accountants, or this is called public accounting. And really, the kind of people you want when you go to these folks is you want that CPA designation. That's incredibly important. Certified public accountant means they can do this kind of work. Very important stuff. But there's other accountants out there. What other kind of accountants are there? Well, there are forensic accountants. I hope for your sake you never need one of these. But a forensic accountant is somebody who typically comes in when there's a lawsuit or when there's been theft or something like that, and they go in and they're the CSI of accountants. They go in and try to figure out where it happened and what happened and how it all worked. They're not necessarily a CPA, but they can be. And really, these are people who are investigators more than anything else. And the last thing that you have as accountants is you have business accountants. These are the people who are inside of your business, inside of big public companies, doing day-to-day accounting. These are CFOs, controllers, accounting managers, staff and data entry folks. These are those kinds of accountants. And they can, and you should look for the CPA designation because you want that, you want them to have an accounting degree. You want to make sure that you're dealing with professionals because these are the folks that are going to put the numbers into your books correctly, and they're the folks that everyone else on this page relies on to put them in accurately. Your tax guy cannot give you good tax advice unless you have good numbers. Your auditor cannot tell you how to fix anything in your business and can't even tell you if it's right or wrong. They just say, I can't tell if your numbers aren't right. So these people are perhaps the most important, but also some of the most overlooked. Because unfortunately, schools nowadays are forcing the best accountants out of an accounting department into one of these 2 disciplines. They say, hey guys, you're a senior now in college. Where are you going? Tax or audit? Well, wait a minute. Business is a huge opportunity for those students, and us as business owners are missing out on some of the top students unless we educate them and ourselves as to their value. Because everything starts right here. This is where we get our business advice from our CFOs. This is where we get the numbers right from our day-to-day accountants. And this is the landscape for accounting. So now that you know, you'll know you at least need 2 accountants. You might need 3 accountants if you need an auditor, and let's hope you don't need the 4th, that you don't need that forensic accountant. But ultimately, you'll understand what the landscape for accountants is, how to hire them, and what to use them for.